So here are some truths about how the formal education system is making you think the way you think. So I'm 25 right now, I'm out of the whole education system, but that was torture. School sucks, right? I get it. Like every day is the same, right? You go to school because you are supposed to, right? You attend classes about subjects you don't care about. You take a test on them, again, you don't care about them. And then finally you get a grade that tells you where you rank among everyone else. After that as well, you come back and do homework, which also takes a shit ton of time about, guess what, shit you don't care about. It's just a combination of things that you don't care about, but yet you keep doing them. And then you just go through this doing whatever for I don't know, 18 years of your life, right? And then you go into college and then you get a major in something, right? For 4 more years. And then at the age of 22, you come out, start working, and then a random question just pops into your head. I don't know what I want to do with my life. Something is flawed here, right? What have I been doing? Oh, hey man, what are you up to? Nothing, dude, just been sad. I don't know what I want to do with my life. Oh, what have you been doing so far? Just following whatever other people have told me. That's all you know? Yeah. Well, then that's all we know, and therefore all we care about. So I can safely say that I'm 25 right now, almost all the friends that I know don't know what they want to do with their life. And that begs the question, right? What have you been doing for the past 22 years? If we cannot answer basic questions about myself, know thyself, about me, my own thoughts, I can think through this, or critically think through answering that question about my life, then what is the use of the school system? Know thyself. That is the most important question of your life. Fuck that. How about I know drop shipping, right? No? Okay. But there's no self. Where's there's no thyself? Where's the... So here are some truths about the formal education system that have made you think the way you think. Number 1, you are uncurious about life. You don't care about anything. You don't look at the stars and wonder. You just don't care anymore. There isn't a genuine excitement towards something just for that specific thing. For example, you want to do these things, right? You want to start a business to help people, but you secretly want to make a lot of money. You want to portray this life of grind hard, but you secretly just want to tell other people that you're doing this. You want to buy an expensive car, but you don't care about cars. You just want to buy it so that other people know that you have this car. So how has formal education made us think this way? So here's the weird thing, right? You've never been curious about life because you have never been allowed to. Entire schooling, think about this, right? Our entire schooling has been learn this, do this, not because you want to, just do it, that's all. There's no focus on the curiosity to learn whatever you want. It's whatever they want, right? And basically you learn because the test is coming up and you have to do well. You're taught very early on to not question too much. All of a sudden, the goal becomes not to learn something. The goal becomes you have to take this test and you have to do well in the test. Not your curious need to learn something. You see the disconnect over here? It's literally saying oh, I want to start a business to help people, but I really want to make a lot of money. Help people is good, it solves a problem, it's genuine need to do something. That's a nice thing. But you want to make a lot of money, hence the goal has changed. It's saying I want to start a business to help a lot of people, which is a genuine curious need to do something. This is nice, that's good. But you secretly want to make a lot of money, which is the test. You see what's happening here? The goal has changed, which means you have changed. You're not curious anymore. You don't care about the subject. You're not excited anymore. You're not curious to find out anymore. You don't care about the thing. It's just what it would get you. But the only thing you care about are money, fame, materialistic things. The goal has changed from internal to external. And therefore you have moved from a curious kid to an uncurious adult. Okay, so side note, money and fame are not bad things. But clearly, if you watch so far, you, you think something is wrong. You also care about what you want to do with your life. You also want to know, what do I want to do with my life? You want to do something not out of force, but genuine desire to do this. And play this out with me, right? If you care about something, you will do more of it. If you do more of it, that would be the only thing that matters, right? Everything else would just be a byproduct of that thing, right? That's what like value would be. And I think with school that has happened, right? The goal has changed. And so like we have changed as a result. Everyone I know, even myself, like we struggle with this, but it's because of the training that we've been through that has made us this way. Like we weren't born this way. It's been training that has made us think a certain way. Number two, you constantly compare yourself to everyone and everything around you. Envy, jealousy, pointless competition. You want to be better than everyone around you. It doesn't matter what it is, you just want to be better than them. You think life is a race, and so you're just a mirror reflection of like everyone around you. Your friend is drop shipping, you want to do drop shipping. People around you are talking about a new car, now you want a new car. You see everyone around you buying a shirt, now you get FOMO and now you want the same shirt. All to just prove something to somebody else. You also have this weird thing where you look around and see people based on materialistic qualities. You think about how much money they have, you think about where they live, you think about what they do. It's like a bunch of rats trying to like fight for the same like slice of cheddar without even thinking like maybe you don't even want cheddar. Like maybe you like mozzarella or like feta or pepper jack, American. Like there's so many other options. Maybe I don't even like cheese. How about that? So how has formal schooling made you think that way? So ever since you were a child, you've been giving a test, right? A test that gives you a grade that tells you exactly where you rank among the rest of the people in your class, in your school, in your university, etc. And this plays out in two ways, right? You do really well, you feel great, you get the highest grade. You're rank number one in the whole education system. Everyone takes a test and you do the best. Now you develop this personality where you think you're the best, right? You're the best at this thing, right? Everyone else is second, third, I don't care, right? But over the years, something weird happens. Other people who are trying to compete with you catch up, right? Keep in mind, these are about tests that you didn't even care about in the first place. It's just about beating other people. On the flip side, you do horrible in these tests, right? Just like myself, like you do like really bad. So you now, from very early on, now you built up this low self-esteem. You're not good enough, right? You think you're lower than everyone else. So this pans out in two ways. Either you keep that low self-esteem and just get quieter and quieter and quieter, or you go the other way where you just like channel it and be like, oh, fuck that, and then you completely like don't care about the education system, do other things like sports or whatever, something that gives you value to feel good enough. And as you get more awareness of this, like if you're in school, you might not be aware of this, but as you get older, like once you move into college, you realize your circle is getting smaller. And then once you start working, you realize your circle is very small. Because all you've been doing is just comparing yourself to other people, which means you hate other people. And now your circle gets so small that by the end of it, when you start working, all your goals are just, I just want to get a big house and like stay away from like everyone else. So side note, social media kind of expedites this process. It's like you're still in class, but your class has just stretched across the globe. Number three, you are uncreative. You are task-oriented, not creation-oriented. You don't want to create new stuff, you just want to replicate. So creativity is our uniqueness as a species. Creativity is what separates us from the rest of the animals. Mimicking other people, like even parrots can mimic other people. Our ability to use existing knowledge to create new knowledge is what separates us from the rest of the species. It's where we are creating. It's the most important thing we could do. It's something that we all can do and we all should do, in my opinion. So making something new using creativity is our uniqueness. But instead of that, we do weird things. For example, instead of learning to play the guitar to make a song that we want, we are learning to play the guitar, but we're just playing other people's songs. Instead of figuring out a new recipe that we could make, we are just copying other people's recipe. Instead of creating a routine that works for you, we're just copying the best routine that's out there. So how has formal schooling made you think this way? Ever since you were a child, you've been learning a bunch of stuff, but you haven't done anything with it. You've learned about history, but you've never written down the consequences and the impact that has trickled down to you. You've learned about space, but you didn't do anything with it. You didn't think about cool ways of thinking about space and how it would impact you or what you care about. These are instances where we have actually learned existing knowledge, but we have not done anything with it. So nothing new was made. Hence, we've been training for so long to learn something but never apply it at all. For 22 years of our life. Even university is kind of the same idea, right? Universities are in connection with companies, and these companies have certain jobs that require a very special skill set. And they want the skill set to be as general as possible so that if that person leaves, for example, they can find another person with the same major to replace that person. They want hard workers who are very specialized in a specific position. So if I tell you, hey, do this, you do that exactly, and you do it better. But if you leave, we want someone who is as good as you to replace you. By the way, this is not a bad thing. This actually leads to less disruption for the business. It makes sense, right? Like if you have a business and you have an employee who's doing great, and that person leaves, that's gonna cause a lot of problems. So either they get another person who's as good as that person, or they're kind of screwed. So it's just a way for them to reduce disruption. But this also makes everyone very standardized. So if someone leaves, someone will replace them. They want that, and that's what they should want, technically. However, the consequences, just like school, which might have had good intentions, we don't know, leads to a lack of need and ability to create something. And we all know this, creation is everything. Everything around us, somebody has actually thought through and actually materialized and created it. And creation is everything. Creation is the reason, everything that we have right now, somebody has thought through and created. Alright, so there we have it. But what do we do about this? What is the solution? I don't think kids should get out of school, and if you're out of the schooling system, maybe there's a better way to think about this. To learn about this, please watch my next video on how to unlearn from the formal schooling system. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.